You know, the New York Times, I think this was about 2 days ago, they published a cri de coeur, a cry from the heart. It's just agony coming out of the New York Times. It was like music to my ears, okay? It was just about how Trump is dismantling the Obama legacy. And you know, at the New York Times, to see the Obama legacy it's like watching, the pyramids fall. They think Obama had a big legacy. I've always said that he had very, very little effect on our country. But just days after the November election, top aides to Donald J. Trump, I'm reading from the New York Times, a former newspaper, huddled with congressional staff members in Speaker Paul Ryan's suite of offices in the Capitol. The objective, not to get things done, but to undo them quickly. For about 3 months after Inauguration Day, Mr. Trump would have the power to wipe away some of his predecessors' most significant regulations with simple majority votes from his allies in Congress, but the clock was ticking. An obscure law known as the Congressional Review Act gives lawmakers 60 legislative days to overturn major new regulations issued by federal agencies. After that window closes sometime in early May, the process gets much more difficult. Executive orders by the president can take years to unwind regulations well beyond the important 100-day yardstick for new administrations. So, in weekly meetings leading up to January 20th, the Trump aides, and you can almost hear the anguish that they're writing this with, the Trump aides and lawmakers worked from a shared Excel spreadsheet to develop a list of possible targets, rules enacted late in Barack Obama's presidency that they viewed as a vast regulatory overreach that was stifling economic growth. And you will remember at the end of Obama's presidency, he hit the gas on regulations because he knew nobody would stop him, and he would just had his foot down on the gas. He was not expecting this. The result, and this is the New York Times direct from a former newspaper, the result was a historic reversal of government rules in record time. Mr. Trump has used the Review Act as a regulatory wrecking ball, signing 13 bills that erased rules on the environment, labor, financial protections, internet privacy, abortion, education, and gun rights. In the law's 21-year history, it had been used successfully only once before, when President George W. Bush reversed a Clinton-era ergonomics rule. The effort has surpassed its architect's most ambitious hopes, and that just the rest is liberal tears. So you know what I had for breakfast this morning. It was the rest is just this sobbing. And these regulations, this is no small thing. This is the way. This is the way that we are being controlled by the left.